I'm going to say Starter Sit Fighter 2 Championship Edition with Jeff Krisko.
That's
Jeff,
me.
I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. How were your holidays?
Do you really want to know? My wife and I
No,
were
but I want you to
my
vamp. I want you to vamp so I can put up the stuff.
all right. My wife and I were sick, so we stayed home and watched football. And well, we watched Christmas movies, and I watched football on my laptop.
That sounds
She just got
sick.
back. She just got back from her parents' house. They did a little belated Christmas because her cousins were in town with their baby.
Oh, I did a delayed Christmas yesterday too.
Yeah. So she got back yesterday. She and the younger dog went down there. Older dog's not invited because she has a bit of a temper issue. So they didn't want there to be fights um, while they were down there. But what's been worse is the Football Absurdity Writers League. Evan, my championship run is over.
What? How?
I'm in the finals, but my run is already over.
How?
Hunter had CD Lamb, Brees Hall, and Jerome Ford already go already. I have a 10% chance by Yahoo projections to win.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't had
That
a
was
single player
fast.
play yet. Yeah, I haven't had anybody play yet, and I'm already
That
out.
escalated quickly. Um,
It's all right. I got three other finals to worry about.
I only have my mom's finals to live vicariously through her, and she's still at 43%. So,
Yeah. One
and I,
sec. Hold on
and
one sec.
sure, I'll just
I'm
vamp.
being summoned. Yeah.
I had a good holidays yesterday. I went over to my in-laws' house, and my brother's family was there. And I really like how my family is really good at being just a lightning rod for damping down drama. Like my kids are just like super positive and just want everyone to have fun, and my wife like neutralizes my brother being angry as parents, and I just walk around on point looking for drama to crack a inappropriate joke to de-escalate it and keep people's minds away from it. And that was I really appreciated my family. Like,
Yeah.
not every family you can say when you go to an event, there's going to be less drama than normal because you're here. So it was chill.
My family events have no drama because we're all on the same part of the political spectrum, so everything works out
We
okay.
are all too, but like my in-laws are getting old, and so they were like bickering a lot yesterday. And I think my father-in-law's health is about to like just I think he might be at the end of the road, and I think he's really mad about it. So
Ah,
there were opportunities for me to come in and be like, "Ooh, does Buzz have Ed Sheeran in his record room? Bet. What do you bet? What do you bet? What do you bet? What do you bet? Okay, I'm gonna go look." And then come back. There's drama again. And I'm like, "Wow, Ed Sheeran! Ed Sheeran, yes, wins." And so lots of opportunities to do
what
weird stuff like that.
what is going on with Ed Sheeran?
My father-in-law has 10,000 records, at least by my wife's estimate, like literally 10,000, not figuratively, in his record room. And
Hmm.
I think my mother-in-law was salty, so she was like, "Buzz, you're too old-fashioned. I listen to Ed Sheeran." And he was like grumbling, and I'm like, "Ooh, bet. Is there an Ed Sheeran record in his record room?" And
Ah,
Buzz couldn't
that's
remember because he's 80 years old. And so I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go find out. Like, who bets what?" And so it definitely distracted people from like whatever weird ass passive aggressive fight they were having.
now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I found Ed Sheeran. I found an Ed Sheeran CD, and I'm like, there it is.
Oh,
Dude has
so
like,
he
and that led to a spirited round of name an album and see if he has it, and he usually does. The only one we couldn't find was Spice World, and
does
so
he let's see. Look at my dumb BS that I used to that my does he have Soviet Kitsch by Regina Spektor?
he has three Regina Spektor albums. I
So
know because I was
probably.
looking for Sheeran. Yeah, I got to the S's. I got to the S's and spent 5 more minutes looking for Ed Sheeran alphabetically. That's how big his record room is. Like,
Jeez
dude
Louise.
has three Tommy Two Tone albums. They only have one
There's
song, and he has three albums.
Tommy
Like,
Three Tone.
yes. So that was fun. Had a good time.
Mm-hmm. All
Uh,
right. We got some folks in the chat. If we got any questions, we can get the party started. Otherwise, I'm
yeah.
gonna sit here and look at my cat.
Well, I'll start
Here,
one.
everybody can look at my cat. Oh nope, she jumped down.
I started one. I asked my mom today. My mom runs her team, but I kind of like you do it through the interface and phrase the questions in a less overwhelming way for her. And so today it
Yeah.
was in her championship. OBJ or Tyler Boyd? PPR.
OBJ,
I
I
asked
would guess.
I asked my mom and I said, "Do you want me to get like some pundits' opinions, like Jeff's?" And she's like, "Nah, it's too close a coin flip. I want to root for the Ravens. Put in OBJ." And I'm like, "Okay, you get this." Like, no wonder.
Yeah, it is a coin flip. That's the
Yeah,
thing. And so I was like, 50-50. I'll
I'd
go
really,
with the game that's more likely to be a shootout.
I'd really like her to win. I don't know who her opponent is. It's there's a lot of something awful guys, so it's like it's another something awful guy. So she beat one last week, and now she's playing one this week, and that allows me to post on something awful. My 79-year-old mother just beat you, and that's fun.
My
That's a
gra
good time.
your grandma's a woman your grandma's age beat you. Get wrecked.
Yeah. Ooh, hi Ryan. Welcome to the chat.
What's
Half
up, buddy?
half PPR start two. Rasheed Rice, Nakua, Diggs, Collins. Start two.
Wow. What's funny is on the podcast this week we had this exact discussion about there is a world where you can bench Stephon Diggs, even though he's a super stud because he hasn't been uh producing lately. And this is literally one of the situations we talked about where you ended up with Diggs, Nakua, and Collins. So I would go Diggs, Nakua, and Collins, although all four of those guys are likely to have good games. Those are just the ones that are the best bets to have it.
Okay, but
Giants defense is
you can only pick
terrible.
two.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be Nakua and Collins. It's gonna be
Oh,
Puka and
okay.
Collins. Although what I was saying was there's not a bad choice among that bunch.
He said he
Yeah,
has
Ryan
bench.
said he has him benched
Yeah,
right now. Yeah, I mean it's we were talking about it where it's like it just hasn't been there, and it might be there today, but against the Patriots, I wouldn't count on it because the one thing that hasn't fallen apart for them has been their defense.
yeah.
So
Spe
I mean, I would arguably have I would there's a distinct and rational argument that he's fourth on that list too.
let me see where people are ranked. He's 13th. He's 13th on Fantasy Pros, but behind Rashi Rice and just ahead of Nico Collins.
I think Walker has him 16th or 17th behind all those guys. Mm,
Yeah. Corn G, welcome to the
yeah.
chat.
Yeah, Ryan had CD Lamb. Yeah, you have some wiggle room there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
CD
Pick
Lamb,
one.
he of the three horsemen of the apocalypse of my fantasy season.
Wow. Well, it's cool that the football absurdity chokehold on the Experts League is finally seeding its
No,
dynasty.
no, seeding Lamb. All right, pick one.
Half
Aaron Jones,
PPR.
Chuba Hubbard,
Oh, pick one, half PPR. Aaron Jones, Chuba Hubbard, Trey McBride.
Chuba. Let's do that, Chuba. Chuba. Hold on, I just want to double check who they're playing. I think Aaron Jones is playing against the Vikings. We got Chuba Hubbard going up against the Jaguars.
And Trey McBride
He,
is a tight end. So
yeah, but what did I do?
what did you do?
There is an ad on our website that breaks Chrome, so we need to look into that. Sorry, I was pulling up Walker's ranks. I would probably honestly go. I would go Aaron Jones, but McBride is like right behind him.
I would also go Aaron Jones. I mean, for God's
Actually,
sakes, you waited so long.
actually, I would go with Trey McBride.
What?
Get that's right.
What? For reals?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
they're very close. They're very close, but I have an ethos to never flex tight end,
Yeah.
so I will say Aaron Jones, though it's very close. That's a go with your gut coin flip. I would just take Chuba Hubbard out of the equation.
Good things come to those who wait, Aaron Jones for me.
Good things don't come to those who wait because I waited for Aaron Jones all year long and I got booted from Scott Fishbowl,
This was the
from
year.
my
This was the
draft night
year.
out draft.
This was the year my toolbox bench didn't win championships because we waited and waited and none of the guys blossomed. I'm like,
Nothing
huh?
happened. Yeah.
What happened? This usually rules.
Well, time to change everything. It went wrong once. Time to scrap everything. That's how this works, right?
Yeah, that's how it works. If you're wrong, because you stuck with what worked for too long. Time's passed you
Mm-hmm.
by. Um, sorry, the Niners threw 5 interceptions. I think Baltimore was there too.
Yeah, that was quite the game. It
The
was nice that I
first
didn't have to.
the first half was spectacular. I was like, yes, this is the heavyweight fight we've been waiting for. This is awesome. Like,
Yeah,
what's
the
gonna
first
happen?
half was great, and then the second half, and then in the third quarter, the Niners were like, "I'm gonna go home."
Yeah. Oh wait, I am home. Shit.
Yeah, and they were just like, "I'm just really glad there was an outside chance that we were gonna go to that game because we were sick and we couldn't be with my wife's family, but we weren't so sick that we couldn't do anything. It was more not wanting to get her 93-year-old grandma sick." And then I was like, you know what? No, let's not go to that game. And then I'm glad we didn't because, oh my God.
Welcome to the chat, Ken. I had my first
What's up,
Christmas.
Ken?
I had my first Christmas at my house since we bought it 7 years ago. We usually
Oh,
go to
dang.
we usually go to a grandparent's house, but we didn't. And good Lord, I had no
Dang.
idea. I had no idea Christmas doesn't have to be a 3 day pain in my butt.
Dang.
Like
You used to go over the river and through the
I
woods?
used to go over the river and through the woods for 3 days, and the woods were full of snow and rain, and it was dark. And oh my God, Christmas cannot doesn't have to be hard. I was like, all right, there are the presents. I'm gonna smoke ribs and watch football all day. Out. Like,
Yeah.
and it just took care
Yeah.
of itself. And I'm like, this is amazing. Ken wants to know, pick two, half PPR. Jerry Judy versus the Chargers. Ooh, I love how Ken give us all the information we need. Half PPR. Jerry Judy versus the Chargers. Pop Douglas at Buffalo. Or Demarcus Robin at Giants. Jamar Chase at Chiefs. Pick two.
Okay. So I'm going to give a situation where there might be multiple combinations of this because Pop Douglas is, um, if you need a guy that'll get you like 15 points, Pop Douglas isn't it. So if you, or 15 to 20. So if you went up against like Thursday night guys, excuse me, or CeeDee Lamb last night, Pop Douglas is out. I would swing for the fences with Demarcus Robinson and probably Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is in. It sounded like he's going to play. I will stick with Jamar Chase. He's banged up, but so is L'Jarius Sneed, who's going to be covering him. So it'll kind of cancel each other out. And so Jamar Chase is in. So I would say if you're fully ahead, you want to have Pop Douglas because he'll get you some points. If it's neck and neck, I would probably go Jerry Judy, just because he's going to be the wide receiver one there with no Courtland Sutton. If you're way behind and you need to make up some room, I would go with the Marcus Robinson because he has a chance. So um, he has a chance to go off. All
That
right,
was a
AK
very
says,
thorough
go
answer.
ahead.
Well
Well,
thought.
it's because there's multiple genres. Because given how this week has gone already, there's like, for lack of a better term, multiple genres of players to deal with. So I just wanted to make sure that the answer would change depending on what situation you're in, because we've already had two full games go.
All right. We have a lot of people in chat today. This is cool. I didn't think that we'd have so many people on the championship, but
Yeah,
they're all, no doubt, football absurdity regulars, too. That should be no surprise. Uh,
yeah.
AK
Good luck,
Magic.
Ryan. Good luck, Ken. Sorry.
Yeah, appreciate you too. AK Magic wants to know full PPR. Start two, bench one. Achan, Saquon, or Zamir?
Ooh.
That's not a bad decision to have to make.
That's not a bad position to be in. Saquon. Ooh. I think you got to play Saquon.
Yeah.
So we're picking between Zamir and Achan.
Yeah.
Hmm. Uh, Man, I would bench Achan just because it's the matchup.
I
I
would
know there's no Mostert, but he said to type it in the chat. So I'd say
yeah, I'm
bench
doing it.
Achan, AK. Good luck. So yeah, it's just that I mean Zamir's gonna get a ton of touches, and that matchup is that's a
Yeah.
cake matchup that he's got
Yeah.
going on there.
I'm 100% with
Eh,
you on this.
Okay, perfect. And
Roll with
then
a hot hand. Maybe don't start the guy on a hobbled offense against the best defense in the league. You know?
yeah, who just they just took down an offense that looks very much like this one.
Yeah. True.
So Yeah.
Okay. So Corn G wants to know defense. Rams
Okay.
or Bears?
Ooh, let's see. Rams are playing against the Giants. Bears are playing against the Falcons. Hoo, 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 hoo. Um,
Bears have been white hot.
yeah, I was gonna say, give me the Bears. They've been on fire since they got Montez Sweat. Like that seemed to be the piece that they were missing
They've
to
been
like really
third.
turn.
They've been third in fantasy scoring since they got Montez Sweat.
I know. I've been fighting with Waleed about it in the streaming defenses titles.
Which side are you on?
I'm saying stop recommending the Bears at first, and then I came around to it. I believe I titled an article, "Fine, start the Bears, whatever, who cares." But it's been fun making the AI ones, the AI images of the Bears. It went off with the Kevin James one. I was laughing so hard because I was trying to remake the Kevin James like shrugging meme, and it freaking nailed it with a bear. All right, AK's got another question. Zamir or Bijan?
And this is full PPR still.
Full PPR, I would go Bijan, better player. Zamir had 20 touches last week without a catch. So full PPR, he's starting in a hole, just a points hole there because he's not going to catch any passes.
What if it's
Like
not
he
full
could,
PPR?
uh, probably Zamir, to be honest with you. The reason that I like Bijan better and well, one, he's a better player, but two, he gets catches, and Zamir has to run for 10 yards to get the same amount of points that Bijan gets for a screen that gets blown up at the line of scrimmage. So, it's just a matter of playing the game.
Corn G is dropping their bench to pick up Gronk and Brady. Well, now I want to do that. Let's,
The
let's
official, the official Dave Richard Luck pickup was Nick Chubb, but they announced it on Friday, and they were like, "Oh, I guess you can't pick this up," so it became J.K. Dobbins. My thought is Kirko. Everybody like rallied around Kirko getting injured on the Vikings. So why not rally around Kirko for your fantasy matchups?
Why not? Wow, you can pick up Tom Brady in sleeper, and you can
Yeah,
pick Tom
you
Brady.
can.
All right, now.
A lot. There must have been some sort of official advice somewhere to do this because I was checking. So I have Kyle Hamilton, who's inactive. So before the show, I was waiting for him to go inactive so I could pick up a guy to replace him. And I saw in the most added players on sleeper was Tom Brady. He's like fourth.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So, um, personally, I would not you choose Tom Brady as my good luck charm. But if you need a little bit extra, let's just say advantage, perhaps you need the PSI of this game to change, then maybe Tom Brady is your guy.
Who else is still in the league here? I don't know. Good times though. Real good times. And it's going to be good times when the Baltimore Ravens clinch a playoff berth and can just rest their players until Mark Andrews gets back.
I
And
really need the Niners. I really need the Cardinals to win today and then the Niners to win. And then the Niners can rest all their players next week. But
uh,
that does have me in the unenviable situation of relying on the Arizona Cardinals.
ooh, Cam Newton's still available at sleeper. But don't you need the number one seeds too?
That would cinch the number one seed for the Niners.
Oh, you're winning in because Detroit lost?
So no, the Niners are control their own destiny. If they win this week and next week, then they're the number one seed. But because the Lions lost, the Niners are guaranteed to finish above the Lions. The Niners are guaranteed to finish above the Cowboys because they lost last week, or when they lost to the Seahawks. The Niners are guaranteed to finish above them. And if the Eagles lose to the Cardinals, then the Niners are guaranteed to finish above them because of tiebreakers.
Okay. Nice.
So the
Let's
Niners, Eagles, and Cowboys could all finish with the same record, but because the Niners beat the Eagles and Cowboys, they own that tiebreaker.
Fabulous. Let's talk about players you can pick up if you want your team to have bad luck. Okay? For
Mm.
some reason. I don't know. Covering all the bases here. In Sleeper, you can still pick up Henry Ruggs. And maybe he'll
Oh,
get out. Maybe he'll escape from prison and catch a few touchdowns.
if you're the commissioner in your league, use your commissioner powers to put Henry Ruggs on your opponent's roster.
Yeah.
If you're in an IDP league, Barkevius Mingo is still available, and we discovered yesterday he is a certifiably bad dude.
Oh, who? Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see who else can you pick up. Do you think you can still pick up? Who else is a bad guy?
Deshaun Watson. He's a very bad guy.
Deshaun Watson, Tyler Higbee.
Oh, yeah. Hate crime Sigby.
Uh-huh.
Who else
Hate crime
sucks?
Higbee is still available. Um, I mean, if you really want strong, like if you're looking for a strong like golden retriever energy, I'm sure you could pick up Jimmy G.
Oh.
Because yeah, I'm sure he's widely available. Let's see. Ooh, is that kicker that was a 3%er? Is he still available?
I don't know. Is the New York Giants kicker who beat his wife out of the
Oh,
league? Like,
scumbag kicker,
yeah.
which drop play Dave spoke into the ether on his podcast that he doesn't have anymore. He mentioned that there's no scumbag kickers, and then like 3 weeks later, his team turned out to have a scumbag kicker.
Uh,
So he tempted the universe.
how about that? Bill. Anyway, I'm getting depressed. All right, so that we've given him enough. Let's talk about positive people.
Positive people. Guy that I'm getting on my rosters everywhere next year is Jamison Williams. I really believe in that dude. I think everybody does. I think he'll be like a 5th round pick next year, and I'm scooping him up there.
What's the deal with his ankle injury?
I don't know. I'm just waiting for details on that, but I'm not too worried about that for next year. And then Fatty McFat said, "Remember the racist Eagles wide receiver? Oh God, who was that? Eagles wide
Oh,
receiver. The
oh,
white guy. What was it? Riley
yeah.
Cooper.
Riley Cooper. Let's see here.
Remember the anti-Semitic Eagles wide receiver, Deshaun Jackson?
You can still pick him up, technically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because he's not retired. Oh, I think he
He
retired this
just
year, but he's still in the
retired, but
player.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
still in
he's
the
still in the
pool.
player pool.
Um,
Uh, let's see who else. Who else is a bad guy that you can pick up? Trying to think.
OJ Simpson. See if he's in the league still. He is not.
I don't know. I don't want to look up like cut for like
Yeah,
looking up like
yeah.
NFL player cut plus
I don't want to. Yeah,
allegations.
I don't want hate crimes NFL in my search history, just in
Yeah.
case. Like I teach third grade here. Wow. So
Mm.
yeah,
Here we go. Here are 44 NFL players who've been accused of sexual or physical assault.
Jesus Christ, who wrote that article? They must hate themselves.
Yeah. Oh, another certifiably bad guy, Jameis.
Oh yeah,
Everybody forgot about Jameis.
isn't he starting today?
No, it's Derek Carr.
Okay,
AP, I'm sure he's still in the player pool. Adrian Peterson.
let me see. Yep, he has a bye this week though. Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Shocking.
I'm typing feel good NFL players, and they're just giving me underrated NFL players, and I don't care about that.
Oh, speaking of bad players, did you hear that your boys are honoring Ray Rice?
Oh no,
Yeah.
what?
It's like you don't have to do that. Almost like brain damage makes you do dumb things. Aaron Hernandez doesn't know what you're talking about. He murdered people.
Also, who was the son of that Hall of Fame tight end? That Kellen Winslow? What
Oh,
was
Kellen
this?
Winslow Jr.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
bad, bad guy.
I think a lot of that, like, I don't know, man. I think he had some brain issues.
Ravens to honor Ray Rice. Why?
Yeah, why?
I even thought I misheard you. I thought you said Ray Lewis, and so I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see it, but Ray Rice is not good.
Ray Rice, yeah. The Ravens will apologize for their role in the incident. That is a deep dive, bad PR spin from the Ray Rice thing. Do you remember that? It was the
Yeah,
official, like, yeah, his girlfriend apologizes for her role in the incident or
yeah.
whatever.
God, that sucked.
Yeah,
I did like a spot fundraiser and raised like $1,000 in a day for a Baltimore women's shelter. It was the
I remember
easiest
that.
fundraiser. It was the easiest fundraiser ever done. I don't think you knew
Yeah.
me back then.
No, I remember you telling me
Oh,
about that.
okay, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I
Jeez.
didn't know you back then. That was way, but I remember you mentioning that because
There
it's
are.
there was also you also did something similar with Deshaun Watson in Cleveland, I remember.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
Pissed off people are real easy to fundraise for. It's
Yeah.
good times.
Hence why the Democrats aren't super interested in Trump not running.
Yeah,
But that's another story. By the way, speaking of the bad man, I just want to give a huge shout out to Goon Dynasties, which is one of the finals that I'm in, one of Evan's leagues. We have a tacit agreement, and nobody has broken it in 2 years, that nobody has Deshaun Watson on their roster.
yeah,
Except, I think, Evan, you drafted him so that you could have the satisfaction of cutting him. I think
yeah.
that's what
I cut
happened
him
this year.
immediately after the draft. Um, and I said it when I did it. I'm like, guys, I'm about to do something here. Hear me out. Okay,
Yeah,
like, don't
everybody.
cancel me yet. Like, um, they can't do this. The Ravens cannot. They have to. There's like 100 articles about how stupid they are and horrible.
It's really bad. And it's like one of those things where, it's like, oh, cancel culture. But it's like, you don't have to honor the man. Like, if you think that Ray Rice can give something of value because he knows he fucked up and he can mentor young guys and tell them, not to be a huge douchebag, sure, he can have a role in your organization as a cautionary tale. But that does not mean he gets to do whatever the Ravens version of hitting the keep pounding uh,
Isn't that what he did for a
drum is.
career afterwards? He like went into locker rooms and like was like, "Hey, young guys, here's how you don't
Don't do
fuck up your
this.
life." Like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's what he's been doing for the Ravens. He's been involved with them, so I'm pretty sure that's what he's been doing. So like him, like like they were talking about, like people like, wait, what? The Ravens are honoring Ray Rice, and some reporter in Baltimore was like, yeah, they've mended the relationship, and everybody's like, that's not what we're talking about. We're not being like, oh, they're friends again, cool. No, it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, my guys? So,
good Lord, I'm not. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm reading. You probably heard music pop up because I'm on random sites. Okay, here's a quote from Ray Rice when asked about this. I'm not going to be a victim of my past.
oh my God, shut
Oh my
up, Ray
God,
Rice.
dude. They have to cancel this. Oh my, are they going to get massively booed? Because they're in Baltimore. I bet you they get just massive boos.
Hey, I'm not going to face consequences for my actions.
This is the
I'm not
team.
going to continue.
This is the team that when Deshaun Watson, who already was nursing an injured shoulder, tried to stay in bounds and picked up a few extra yards, one of the Baltimore guys was like, "Oh, okay," picked him up and slammed him on his shoulder. Like this team
That
does
guy
not.
did. Yeah, I was going to say that guy did nothing wrong.
It was legal too. He was like, "Why did you do that, Deshaun Watson? All I'm looking to do is end your career." Like, oh
Yeah,
my
quarterbacks
God,
trying to stay in bounds to get that extra yard is pretty much the dumbest thing that they could do, because
it was so dumb.
it cost the 49ers a Super Bowl run when Jimmy G did it. Somebody got blown up a few weeks ago doing it, and it's like, just chill, man. Just chill. You're way more valuable to your team than that extra yard is. Let your third wide receiver do that, or your backup running back,
Okay,
not your
when
starting quarterback.
when is this Legend of the Game ceremony? Is it at halftime?
I would imagine so. That's usually when they are at Levi's.
Oh my God.
You want to hear something really funny? Speaking of legends of the game, the 49ers have an alumni weekend every year where they'll invite like basically every player that's ever played for them for a significant amount of time if they want to come and like just kind of walk through the tunnel, wave to the crowd and stuff. And Michael Crabtree has never gotten an invitation, and he's so pissed off every time the 49ers do this.
He
He's
was
he,
pretty mediocre on the Niners, if I recall correctly.
he was a mediocre wide receiver, to quote 49ers legend Richard Sherman. But but every time they do it, he's like, "Oh, my invitation must have gotten lost in the mail."
Wow.
He's so salty. It's so funny.
Well, maybe don't
I
sit out an entire year when they draft you. How about that? Like that
Yeah,
started off on
maybe
the wrong
don't.
foot.
Yeah, maybe don't do that, and then just be a little baby all the time.
They've done
To
it before.
quote my father-in-law, Cash Tree.
They did it 5 years ago at a Legends of the Game ceremony. He was one of like five Legends of the Game.
Ray Rice.
Yeah.
They must be giving him his own ceremony, which is the problem.
Oh my
My wife is down
God.
here looking for something.
I've got to
Would you
watch
like to be
that.
on the live stream, dear?
I've got to watch that because I want to see trash thrown on the field. I want to see a bunch of drunk Baltimoreans just booing their asses off.
That would be
Good
funny.
Lord. I
Mm.
believe in you, Baltimore.
Yeah. No more questions, huh?
No,
This is why I wanted to start the stream at 9, because
that's a great idea.
there ain't no way we're gonna have 90 minutes worth of questions the last week of the season.
I have I've come to understand the optimal schedule for us too. For instance, for Saturday games, if they start at 1, we should go on after Gambletown at noon.
Yeah,
Because that's when people
that
are
makes
rolling out of
sense.
bed looking at their stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Oh,
I
did
could
I
talk
tweet
about
this? I didn't tweet this. Hold on. Let me tweet this. We'll
yeah,
get a
you
couple more
did.
people.
You
Oh, yeah, I
tweeted
did.
it.
Okay, cool. What the hell?
I mentioned Jamison Williams is a guy that piques my interest for next year. I also think that Chase Brown will be interesting for next year. Um, people think that he doesn't have the size to be like a bell cow, and he probably doesn't in the NFL, but Illinois did use him a lot in college, so he can like he's used to having a big workload. And that's Chase Brown Joe Mixon, that's another bad guy. Chase Brown for the Bengals. I think that he's a good option. For next year. I'm just gonna try to think of guys that are already probably going to be sleepers for next year. There's going to be some folks that say Andre Yosevich for
Denver?
for the Bengals.
Oh, right, right.
Also orange team, but for the Bengals. But I don't really see it. Like he's okay. Like they're thinking that T Higgins is going to walk or Tyler Boyd's going to walk and he's just going to replace him, but he's not nearly as good as those guys. Like people forget that Tyler Boyd is a really good football player. Oh, I went away. I disappeared.
Oh,
I'm
that's
invisible.
I got you back.
Okay.
And you're gonna go
Um,
away again, and you're gonna come back again. All right.
they forget that Tyler Boyd is a really good football player. His like biggest sin is not being as good as T Higgins or Jamar Chase.
Yes.
So, and I think he has 1,000 yards under his belt, but also shockingly, shocking 1,000 yarder this year. What's his face? Oh my God. George Pickens has 1,000 yards under his belt already. I was like, what the hell? And did you see CD Lamb now holds the Cowboys record for most receiving yards in a season?
Everybody saw it. Michael Irvin had to take his grandkids on the camera this morning because he was trying to get in front of that story. Like, I was like, there's no other reason. I'm like, you don't want to show that you're mad, clearly. Like, so you brought your grandkids on so you don't swear.
Yeah, yeah. But Michael Irvin definitely has the Aaron Rodgers uh getting confused when things aren't about them.
I mean,
There's a Twitter account which is called Birds Right Activist, and it's actually the woman who runs it. It's incredibly smart. She runs a podcast called Creature Feature on iHeartRadio, which is about weird animals and stuff. But she runs a Twitter account called Birds Right Activist, and it's bird tweeting. And she has a tweet that I think about a lot with NFL players, and especially like Aaron Rodgers or Michael Irvin, these types of guys. And it's I am feel uncomfortable when we are not about me, because it's a bird. Birds don't have good grammar.
I see.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about it. So, you don't. You said you're living vicariously. No finals for you, right?
Yes, and I stuck to it.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
four, which is a lot. I play in 14 leagues, so I have four, which is like pretty good for me. I feel like
So there is.
usually,
I'll go for it.
I was gonna say usually if I make the playoffs in half my leagues, I'm happy, and I did this year. And then usually if I make the finals in like 25% of those leagues, I'm pretty happy. I'm like, oh, I made it in 25% overall. So I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
The halftime show at the Ravens game. The halftime
It's
show
all
was
time low.
all-time low. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was crying laughing when I saw that. I
so
was like I was like, man, you guys at least you guys have appropriate halftime entertainment.
could this be like an Ice Town ceremony from Parks and Recs where they're like, and now here's honoring Ray Rice, and they all just jeer him. They're like, all-time low, come out here. You suck, Ray Rice. Ha ha. Ha ha.
Just cackling and laughing at Ray
Yeah, just
Rice.
everybody point at Ray Rice.
Everybody point and laugh. And there's a big picture of him on the Jumbotron. They use that augmented reality thing from like Snapchat to like put a clown nose on him. And he's like, no, no, this isn't what I want at all.
God, it won't be. He'll come out and people will cheer,
Hmm.
and I'll have to watch it
So Jim Harbaugh's coming back to the NFL.
probably.
Did you see that?
No,
He hired a guy who's licensed to work with the NFL. Don Yee, I think his name is. He's an agent for a lot of coaches.
there must
He's
be
like
some.
Tom Brady.
He must have gotten some inside information.
Yeah, my buddy is like very early. He was supposed to be here at 10. Hold on one sec. So just give me 1 second.
Yeah,
Everybody's gonna
bring
hear
him,
me greet my friend.
bring him on.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
Yeah, See,
Hello, Joe. We
have
are
him
streaming.
have him weigh in on Ray
Oh, you're
Rice
good.
Gate.
All right. What'd you say,
Have him
Evan?
have him weigh in on Ray Rice Gate.
Oh, hey, Joe. The Ravens are honoring Ray Rice at halftime. How do you feel about that? No comment. He says no comment.
Oh, I want to. That's not good radio.
No, that's not good radio. He says hang him from the rafters.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. He said, do you know what a blood eagle is?
I don't think
Uh,
I want to say hanging from the rafters either.
Yeah, that's true. Don't say hang him from the rafters.
he's not a
Joe,
championship candidate. Like,
Joe makes a good point. Don't say that about certain folks.
well, I hope Jim Harbaugh gets out of the NCAA.
Uh oh yeah, you're in the same conference or division or whatever they call them in
I'm Ohio
college.
State, dude. I'm the other team in the
The
conference.
other team,
Yes, the
the
only other
other team.
team.
I feel like there's more than just two teams.
My friend who doesn't follow college football at all, but watches the Michigan Ohio State game because his wife's an alumnus, texted me after and was like, "Hey, great game! You almost pulled it off. Good job. Good best of luck next
No,
year." And I'm like, "You son of a bitch!" Like,
that's how I feel about the
I
Rams.
just didn't
I'm like,
reply, but I'm like, they cheated, right?
Am I
Like,
allowed to ask
uh,
questions?
yes.
Starts it?
what's up?
Can I ask the starts it?
Yeah, okay, we got a
Perfect,
live start
perfect,
sit question.
perfect, perfect, perfect. This is
Owl,
perfect.
Tyrod Taylor. That's what I'm sorry. Jaron Hall.
Oh God, this guy's down bad. All right, super flex. Sam Howell, Jaron Hall, or who was the third one?
Tyrod Taylor.
Or Tyrod. Oh God.
Can he hear me?
No, he cannot hear you, Evan.
Okay. Not Sam Howell.
Not Sam Howell. I agree. I guess Jaron Hall.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do they have
Yeah,
Justin
I guess
Jefferson?
so.
Do they have Justin Jefferson
Yes,
back?
they still
Yeah.
have Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
So
Jaron Hall, and don't even think about it. Is it super
yeah,
flex?
Jaron
Yeah,
Hall.
give me that matchup.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Do we have any more questions?
No, you can go
Maybe
hang
we
out.
maybe we call it. All
Yeah.
right. Goodbye. Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
We will be back next year. Haha. Goodbye.
Go Ravens and fuck the Ravens. All right, I'm out.
All right. Bye, dude.
Let's
He's playing